You have 4 ways. The enjoyable way of getting free upgrades for hotels or flights. Then you have influencer shoutout game. Not much recommended, too much effort, not much returns. Then your group mastermind, much recommended, good cash, and starts the snowball effect which leads to the 4th one, which is the digital courses on the entire program that your personal brand is in. Hi guys, welcome to the last episode, lesson 12, my 30-day series on how to build your personal brand and scale beyond 10,000 followers and eventually make money. This is eventually. Now we're going to talk about how do you make money. If you've been doing everything so far that we've been talking about from the lesson 1, you not only just know the psychology of personal brand, you know what your content is going to be, you know the hopes and fears of your audience, and you are all set to have the paid and the free strategy of growing your personal brand to 10,000 followers and beyond. And today we are going to be talking about 4 ways you can start monetizing your personal brand. Before that, as always, hit the subscribe button if you've enjoyed this course, because this is just the first 30-day course. I'm going to keep coming up with more 30-day courses on how to build a confidence when looking in the camera and speaking for the videos, to have the irresistible charisma. I'm just making all this up. No, I'm just kidding. To have online business, to have social skills, to be a digital nomad, to do investing, and everywhere else that is related to using internet, making money, living a life, because that is what the life has been since 2017, and that is what I teach as well. Now let's get to the lesson. Among the 4 ways, I'm going to tell you the easy one, slightly more difficult, and so are the returns. So the easy one, of course, as the law of capitalism says, will not have much returns, but they still feel good. And the most difficult one will be like so much good that you will have like 100,000 plus brand, 100,000 plus dollars brand in a year or so. Okay, so let's start with the easy ones, which feels great, and that is free upgrades of hotels and flights all around the world. I have gotten so many hotel upgrades for free, I can't even tell you. There's a hotel, Hilton Hotel in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, that I've stayed almost 3 times, and all 3 times I just booked the most basic room and got the executive room. That upgrade right there. But the best was in Qatar. In Qatar, I went there. It was first time in Qatar. It was this huge palace hotel. I had the basic room. I told them about and I'll tell you what I tell them. But I told them about my influencer game, and they gave me this suite. That was like huge living room, and then bedroom, and this coffee machines and sofas and 2 TVs in one. I was like, wow. So with the flights, what happens is that you actually get premium economy from economy almost every time. Getting the business class is a game of demand and supply. If there's a lot of supply of business class and they want to make it look like it's filled, then they'll give you business class as well. The story is that one of these ladies in Kuala Lumpur of AirAsia, the first time I went to the counter, I told her about the influencer game, and she checked. She couldn't upgrade me to business class, and then she's like, I apologize, we don't have this capacity and all that stuff. So I went away, and then I got this DM from her. She literally looked me up and she's like, it was really nice meeting you, I hope I could have selfie with you. And I was like, yeah, why not, next time. So since that time, every time I'm just passing through that KL airport, and it's usually the transit for Australia where I live and anywhere else in the world, Kuala Lumpur is the transit. I must message her before, like a day before, would you be on duty at this time? And that's so that if she is, then I get all kinds of perks. I get my luggage being the first one out, I get better seats, anything basically, whatever is available. So this is what the script is. You go to the hotel counter or you go to any flight counter and you're like, I'm an influencer. I've been traveling around the world and I do give shout outs to flight or hotel. I was wondering if you have spare capacity, then if you can upgrade me, and in turn I will give you shout out. I have about 20,000 followers, 15,000, 50,000, whatever your number is. And that's it. It's really that simple. You just do it again and again. Now there's a success rate like everything, and the success rate in this is 50%, that you don't always get it. 50% you get some kind of upgrade. 10% you get this luxury upgrades of business class and the executive suites, but mostly it's just something better. But that's just for me. Once you reach 100,000 plus followers, which I've not experienced yet, then I think the upgrades will proportionally increase. But I've told you this game, it works, and enjoy. Now, second takes a little bit more effort, and the returns are in actual cash, and these are influencer shoutouts. And you've been hearing the term a lot, influencer shoutout, but how do they really work? You actually make your profile on these platforms, which are the matchmaking platforms between companies and you. Whichever city you're in, whichever country you're in, Google influencer shoutout platform or influencer shoutout hub or influencer marketing platform. Google these terms. Google will show you few, and these companies are still new. Some are a couple of years old, some are a couple of months old. You go up there and they have brands listed. Sometimes they're big brands, they're multinational companies, and they've given their requirements. They've put up a challenge or something. They're like, make a video in which you're gonna do this, or have a picture using this product and submit your entry. So you basically submit your entry up front. In these platforms, you submit the entry up front, and then if you get selected, then you get somewhere for, if you have 10,000 plus followers, you will get somewhere between $50 up to $50 for one shout out. And of course, there could be series of shout outs, and there is no formula for this. It can be anywhere, but I'm just telling you the way this game works. If you have between 10,000 to 100,000 subscribers, is that you go and make your profile in these third-party platforms where on one side there are brands, they've given the requirements and they're asking for entries, you submit your entry. Not many people do that. So it's not that difficult to win. If you're making good entry, you will win. That's how the game of influencer shoutouts work. Now here's the big money that starts coming up with number 3, group masterminds. In group masterminds, you actually put out to your own followers that, hey guys, I'm doing a group mastermind on this topic, the topic which they follow you for. And that topic could be how to deal with stress, anxiety, or depression if you're into that space. Topic could be how to increase your productivity and make your schedules better. Topic could be how to sing better, how to do fitness at home, how to cook better, how to have social confidence and charisma and skills, and how to make content, how to do video editing, graphic designing, freelance platforms, whatever is your personal brand in. Like, I'm doing a group mastermind for this. It's free to join for the first trial. Okay, and then you get people sign up. If you have 10,000 followers, there will be 30 to 50 people, or depending on what is your engagement, maybe 100 people will sign up for your group mastermind. Of course, that will be quite a heavy thing to manage. So I would recommend just say that I'm only taking first 20 people. But this is your pilot. Do this, put in the effort, go through the process. Let them ask you questions, you build your knowledge, you see how the group mastermind works. Once it is ended, add as much value as you can in 2-3 hours or whatever you can conveniently do. Ask them to give testimonials. Then the testimonials start coming up, so you have these email clips. Now you launch the second group mastermind. In this, you go the exact same way, but this is more like $10 entrance or 1,000 rupees as the entry to it. And here are the testimonials of how people have benefited from it. This is where you start making money. Now you will have, let's say if you have 10,000 followers, there will be 10 to 15 people who will actually give you that cash. And that is already the game starts rolling. So the first time you do it, you make $100-150, okay, in dollars, or 10,000-15,000 rupees in rupees. That's your first cash. You learn through the process, you understand their psychology. You do that again 2-3 weeks later or a month later. But all those who are joining through your group mastermind, you then offer them more. You offer them, let's say, a 4-session program. 4-week, 1 call for 1 hour, where you will help them go from here to here. And in that case, you are charging, let's say, $50 or 20,000 rupees to this entire journey of 4 weeks. You'll understand the dynamics of your market once you're in this game, but I'm just telling you the roadmap how this game works. You do the free one first, you get the testimonials, you get the understanding of how to run it, there's no pressure, you don't want to even record it. Then you do the second one, in which there's less price, but there are 10-15 people joining in. And now if you've, let's say, 30,000 followers, even more will join in. Use the usual Skype and Zoom and Google Meet and Google Hangouts, FaceTime, etc. More people will join in, and then here you will start making money, but then you can start offering your further long-term one-on-one mastermind to these people while you keep doing the group masterminds every month to keep getting more cash, keep getting more followers, and this starts a snowball effect and it starts rolling in. Before you know it, you are raking in $500 a month. Now, when I ask you to reflect back on lesson 11, where we talked about using money upfront to run ads to actually get your promotion and get your 10,000 subscribers, does it not make sense? Because if you spend $500 to reach 10,000 plus subscribers, you'll be making $500 a month. Or you can just wait and play the long game, which also works. I have also done that in the first 6 to 8 months where I did not spend money, slowly build up the profile. But of course, do understand you're losing on to the 5x cash that is going to come out as well out of the process. That was the third way, the group mastermind. And now finally, the fourth and the most lucrative way is you use all the content that you've been doing in the group masterminds, understand how you help these people, what are their pains and fears and needs and dreams, and make a full digital course of that. That's the fourth way. Digital course can be priced between $100 to $500, but I'll say $100 to $200 if you're just starting up. And that is the course pre-built, like this personal brand course. This is, if you actually Google personal brand online courses, you will see courses that are priced between $100 to $200. And the people who are sharing knowledge in such courses are not even close to what I've shared with you in these 12 lessons. These are more inside details, these are more in-depth, these are more long form, even much lesser quality content. And I'm telling you because I've taken this is my field, this is what I do. I do take up a study the market. For the amount of understanding that this free 12 lessons have built you, the actual courses are between $300 to $500. Imagine the amount of effort that has gone into it. I've put in about 3 months to just create this entire outline and the program and record it and worksheets and so on. But this is, the way I've delivered you this with the worksheets, if I do this entire thing on a more sophisticated platform, on my own platform, let's say, or on udemy.com kind of platforms, not free on YouTube, then I can start charging for it as well. But I'm not going to do it. I'm just telling you that once you do it, for your brand, I recommend you do it, because this is where the big money is. This is how my online business works as well, where I actually have premium courses up front and they go as much as $500 for a course. Because once you do this, then it's a scalable game. You're not putting in one-on-one. You've already recorded the videos, you've done the worksheets, and you've made PowerPoint slides if you're using that, and that's it. But to reach this step, I recommend going from group masterminds, because you will understand what the audience requires better. So here you have it. You have 4 ways. The enjoyable way of getting free upgrades for hotels or flights. Then you have influencer shoutout game. Not much recommended, too much effort, not much returns. Then your group mastermind, much recommended, good cash, and starts the snowball effect, which leads to the 4th one, which is the digital courses on the entire program that your personal brand is in. Here you go. You have, in the 30 days, come from understanding the psychology of personal brand all the way to monetizing your personal brand. You are in for a ride of a lifetime. And who doesn't like a ride of a lifetime? Hit the subscribe button, because this is just the first course I'm sharing with you guys through my YouTube series. I'm gonna keep coming up with more and more courses. If you've enjoyed this, do recommend it to your friends, share it, comment it, whatever, to show me your appreciation, because I'll be extremely grateful as well. Stay safe, and I wish you all the best for your personal brand.